Well, I have a mother who is a really good writer. And so she's written a lot of stories. She's written some books over the years. And she wrote a Christmas story for us and our family that she read to us on Christmas Day about my great grandfather. We affectionately called him Papa Doggett. I remember Papa Doggett lived to be in his 90s. I was born in 1965, and I think Papa Doggett died in 1967 or 1968, and I have very little memory of him. But there are a lot of great stories about Papa Doggett. And so my mom wrote this one, and over the course of the next few months, I'm going to be reading stories that my mother has written so that folks can, we don't do a lot of storytelling anymore. I grew up in a family of storytellers. My grandfather was a storyteller, and my grandmother was a storyteller. My Uncle Henry was a great storyteller, wrote a column in the Gaston Gazette down in Gastonia, North Carolina, for many, many years, and that was compiled as some books about stories about the old days, about the 1920s and 30s here in North Carolina, about life on the farm, and so anyhow, coming from a family of storytellers, the narrative is very important to me and my family, and so this is a story that my mom wrote called Cash at Christmas of 2020 in this very weird year. So enjoy. My grandfather, Papa Doggett, loved cash. Once a poor farm boy in the backcountry of North Carolina, he had done well as he moved up from running a livery stable to becoming the owner of the first Ford dealership in Rutherford County in 1914. Frugal in business affairs, he was quite serious with money, and I expect he drove a hard bargain down at the Ford place. However, with cash, he was generous, joyful, and playful. Nothing delighted him more than to hide dollar bills behind his radio, under the clock on the mantel, or beneath the Whitman sampler box on Mama Doggett's side of the dresser. These cash stashes awaited me when I came to visit. He would tease, "Come in here and see what you can find. If you don't find anything, I'll just have to give all the money to Bertie." I never knew who Bertie was, and really didn't care because I knew Papa was waiting for my squeals of delight. He would never let a dollar go unfound. If there was a dollar I had failed to see in his shoe or under the Jergens lotion bottle, he would move right into the hot, hot, hot game. You're warm, you're getting hotter now. Oh yes, hot, hot, hot. And children were not the only ones to experience his joyful generosity. At Christmas, the Doggett tree would always be simply decorated with colored lights, icicles, and white bank envelopes for everyone in the family, addressed with a Merry Christmas wish in Papa's shaky handwriting to me, my sister, my parents, and aunts and uncles. On Christmas Day, the kitchen was full of savory smells of Mama Doggett's oyster dressing in the living room. It was full of jokes and happy talk. The hearty laugh of Uncle Pete and Papa Rose about the chatter. By age 11 or 12, my Christmas money was $20 in cash. I was encouraged to save $1 for each dollar spent and to plan the spending thoughtfully, always leaving some for a rainy day in my very own savings account for which I had a little black passbook. However, those $1 bills I found in Papa's secret places were most memorable. There were no strings attached. Mama Doggett drove me to the Five and Dime downtown in her white Lincoln with push-button windows, and she would simply allow me to wander up and down the aisles, looking and debating. The candy was wonderfully displayed in glass cases: lemon drops, spearmint sticks, bit of honey, peanut butter logs, and rather large orange marshmallow-like treats which were shaped like peanuts. There were plastic whistles, little flutes, canteens for camping, and doll clothes. Sometimes I was attracted to the beauty section, where there were combs and bobby pins and perfume and lipstick and fingernail polish. Mama Doggett would admire my purchases on the way home. "What a pretty comb, Sarah. You always have a knack for fixing your hair." I beamed. I couldn't wait to get home to the mirror upstairs in my bedroom. My brown paper bag often had small change in the bottom, but most always I had spent all the cash and loved every minute of it. Well, now I'm a grandparent, living in a culture where cash is no longer the norm. Everything is plastic. I often miss the secure feeling of having enough dollar bills to buy a week's worth of groceries. But then, it's rather dangerous to carry so much cash. Once I misplaced my credit card for several days, and it seemed insurmountable to carry enough cash for gas and other daily needs. Luckily, I found the card under the car seat. My relationship with cash is ambiguous. I love new, crisp, green money, yet the fact that it is so soon gone makes me deplore it. In my gloomy moments, I literally want to cash out everything I own, share it with my grandchildren, and hide the rest of it in the back of the china cabinet. I admit also to this wandering, regretful thought. In my lifetime, how much cash has slipped through my fingers for useless gadgets, clothes that didn't fit right, unappreciated gifts which would never work right, or toys that were tossed in the back of the closet. I could have bought savings bonds. How I wish my grandchildren could have so much fun with cash as I did. There's no thrill in a dollar bill. I have a little, reluctantly, given in to gift cards. I study the rack at Walgreens and try to choose Target, iTunes, Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, Olive Garden, Amazon, or Walmart. Sigh. I try to get excited about Walmart, but I just can't. Amazon is one click. Oh well, where's my iPhone? My feelings about cash remain confused. What I do know for sure, however, is that I do not forget the elation I felt with those few cash dollars in my little patent leather purse. How could I feel otherwise? The giver himself was thrilled. So for now, be it cash or check or gift card, I vowed to give every gift with love and delight and no strings attached. I hope that those of my family who open those little star-shaped boxes from Amazon will feel the love this Christmas. So that's my story from my mama for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. There'll be more to come, I'm sure, as she feeds me these great narrative tales that she puts down with pen and paper. So thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. May 2021 be better for you than 2020 was.